One of my friends last week came back from a date. We've been coaching this guy for a while. He said to me, I can't believe why I couldn't get her into bed. And I was embarrassed to feel that we've been coaching him for a while. I said, tell me the story, what happened? He started talking about the date, the dinner, the drinks, the dancing, the stuff he had done and said. And he started talking to me, saying to me, oh, you know, but I'd bought dinner and I danced with her and I bought her drinks and I'd been funny. And I started to talk to her about, well, you know, I'm doing all these wonderful things and we're at that next level now. And you know, it's like, not that you owe me, it's not that you owe me, but we're at that space now where, you know, we're up to stage 2, you know, and I'm just, it was exhausting watching him parade past me the contents of this exhausting. I would hate to have been the girl. I don't want him going out with my sister. It was exhausting. And I couldn't get through to him that logic, his logic, and he was very logical about his approach. Logic has no ability to communicate in sexual references. None. Let me see if I can explain a concept in physiology for you. I'm borrowing this, but most of the stuff you're going to hear in any of these websites is borrowed anyway. If you picture the brain from above, so we cut the head off and we look down on top, yes, I know there wouldn't be much inside my head, but if we look at the brain, we cut the head off and we look down from the top, what you see around the outside edge, the Homo sapien brain, is the capacity to handle logic, numbers, decisions. Do I do the washing up or do I do the laundry first? Should I go out early in the day and do my homework at night or vice versa? How should I run my life? The DNA, mechanics and mathematics, the accounting, the GST, the BAS. On a global scale, I just realised that's not going to work. BAS is Australian. We're in Australia, by the way. Yeah, doing the accounting of your business. That's a logical brain. It works all the way around the outside circumference of your brain. But the brain is made up of other sections, and the section closest to the middle is called the limbic brain. And the limbic brain is where the center of emotion, the center of feeling exists. And the limbic brain has no language. You cannot logic it. You cannot communicate with it. It feels. Have you ever put your car into a mechanic to get it fixed, and you've walked away from the mechanic shop, going to do some shopping for 2 hours while he does stuff to your car, and walked away and gone, oh, something feels completely wrong about that. Oh, I've dropped, he's got the keys, I know he's going to charge me like a wounded bull. This is wrong. How do you know it's wrong? He said the same thing the mechanic down the road was going to say. He knows. He said the same stuff. He's fixing your car. How do you know it's wrong? You know, you gut, your limbic brain tells you it's wrong. Where did that information come from? He said all the right things. He gave you a price that seemed okay. Everything's right. Everything's right. But you see, what you're not conscious of as you walked into the mechanic shop is the mechanics in the background that worked for him were not happy. They were miserable. They were kicking the tools around. You went past and you saw the toilets in the corner of your eye were dirty, not cared for. The benches were not cleaned. There was paperwork in the office just scrambled. Something here was not happening. And the car, 3 days later, it breaks down and you go, I just knew I shouldn't. I just knew in my heart. It wasn't anything that was communicated to you over the table at dinner about dancing, about we've been going out 3 times. That's not what was going on. Your limbic brain was going, this feels desperate. I'm not engaged, my emotions are not flowing, and women can talk to their limbic brain all day, men struggle. So, with a brain that has no capacity to communicate, how do you get inside that and make her feel? How does that work? And many people would talk about the limbic brain and its attachment to reaction, to movement, to attitude, to things they can't see, things they can't relate. They say to their girlfriends when they get back to the hot room, the coffee room at work, the water cooler, they say, oh, we were just talking, but there was something, I don't know, something about him. I don't know, it just all happened. Because their limbic brain was involved. The part that they couldn't communicate with any success, the part that explained everything that happened that night as they went to bed with this guy they met on the first night, they have no understanding of this guy with tattoos. What happened? They have no idea. Their limbic brain took over because it felt right. How do you communicate with something that has no language? And in future episodes on video, we will discuss how to do that. We do cover a lot of that ground in Journey to Pancake Day, which is available on the site. But we'll do some more video work on that later. Next week, we're going to talk about an incredibly exciting topic of what is a date. What is a date? What do you call a date? Do you have to sit down at a restaurant and have drinks and wine and food and spend $1,000? Do you have to go for a walk on the beach? What is a date? A date is a moment in time where you connect with her limbic brain. And it can take 30 seconds passing in the street, or it can take 9 hours of pleasant beachside lovemaking. It can be either or. We'll talk about what is a date.